Okay, today we're going to talk about point-slope form and using that to graph. We're going to reference things from slope-intercept form. So if you're not familiar with slope-intercept form, go watch the video on slope-intercept form. But today this is going to be about point-slope form. Okay, point-slope form is probably something new to you. It has its own formula. As you can imagine, you're going to be given both a point and the slope, and with that you'll learn how to graph. So point slope form looks like this. It's y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay, m is the slope, just like it was in slope intercept form, and your point is x1 comma y1. So there's x1, there's y1. So let me show it to you in with numbers written in. It will be in this form. So y equals 2, let's go with 1/3 x minus 3. Okay, so what this is telling you, this is first in point slope form, and it's telling you that the slope is 1/3. Remember, slope is rise over run. And there is a point here, and the point is x, which is 3, and y, which is 2. So we have a point 3 comma 2, and our slope is 1/3. With that, we have enough information to graph, so we're going to go ahead and put some grid lines on here. Remember, y is up and down, x is across. And I'm just going to count by ones today, so these are each going to count as ones, positive to the top and to the right, negatives down and to the left. Okay, so when we were in slope-intercept form, we always started at the y-intercept. You're not given the y-intercept this time. What you are given is a point. So you're going to start by graphing the point. So first we need to graph 3 comma 2. Remember, points are always in the form x comma y. So 3, which in this case was x1, is going to be first, and the y, which is 2, is going to be second. So x is across, so we got to go across to positive 3. 1, 2, 3. There's positive 3. And then we got to go up to 2, which is right there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our first point. So our first point is right here at 3 comma 2. Now, just like in slope-intercept form, we're going to use the slope to find another point. And our slope is rise over run. So this is positive 1, so it's rise 1, and then right 3. So from here we go up 1. I need one more line over here. Up 1, over 1, 2, 3, and we put a second point. And we could reverse the directions by going left 3 and down 1. So let's go again, left or down 1. 1, 2, 3, and there's another point. And then we're going to have a nice line that goes through our points. Okay, so just like in slope-intercept form, you start with the point. In this case, our point is going to be x1 comma y1. And then you use the slope to find a second point by using rise over run. Run is always to the right. And if you reverse directions, reverse them both. So it's going to be down and to the left. Okay, important thing to note is you see y minus 2, but our number was positive 2. That's because of the form. So it's going to be opposite the way it looks. 2 is our y1. The minus is part of the form. So if you see y minus 2, it's going to be positive 2. And you see x minus 3, it's going to be positive 3. And now I'm going to switch the example up so you can see how that can get confusing. So this time I'm going to give you this point. Y plus 2 is equal to negative 1/3 x minus 1. Okay, and we'll graph it right on here again. I'm going to switch the color though. Let's go with red this time. Okay, so this we still need to have our point. So our point is going to be x1, which in this case is 1. But y1 is not 2 because this is really y minus negative 2. Remember when we did the integers, the double negatives become a positive. So this double negative means that it's opposite the way it looks. So y1 is negative 2. And that's really important. So it's always opposite the way it looks. X minus 1 means the x1 is 1. And y plus 2 means it is at negative 2 on the y. And our slope is going to be negative 1 over 3. Okay, so we start by graphing our point. 1 comma 2, which is right here, and we use this slope. Now this time I have a negative. The negative only applies to the top, even though it was written out front, doesn't matter. It only applies to the top. Okay, so this is, instead of up 1, it's going to be down 1, right 3. So we go down 1, right 1, 2, 3, and put a second point. And if you need to go the other direction, you can reverse those by going up 1 and left 1, 2, 3. And then go ahead and put a line through those points. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you ask.